People are basically unhappy. You've noticed. Spiritual practice or religious belief, religious commitment are traditionally proposed as a means for attaining happiness. So the instructions associated with the spiritual teaching are received by the ego this knotted being wants to own it, use it, wants to be made happy by it. You think that you can seek happiness and find it. Your search for happiness is itself a confession of unhappiness. You cannot realize happiness by persisting in unhappiness, persisting in the method of unhappiness. All seeking is an expression of unhappiness. All seeking is the method of unhappiness, the practice of unhappiness. This must be understood. It is not merely true, it must be understood. You must observe yourself. Observe all of the means represented by your life and see that you are unhappy, always unhappy, always trying to become happy. That being the case, you can ask yourself, where is happiness? You might well ask. But you see, the process considered in these essays is not a practice of that kind. It's not a search for happiness. Come to me, sit with me, live with me, listen to this argument, observe yourself, begin to understand, see me, feel, begin to awaken to the spiritual, divine in this company, in this community of practice. All of that begins to become the location of happiness. You are sitting here now in some sort of physical state, some kind of emotional state, some state of mind. utterly self-possessed. The questions that have been asked here weren't demonic really, but they were expressions of self-concern, self-possession, self-meditation. Except perhaps this question. Which is basically a request for clarification of this instruction. In these essays, I'm not suggesting that you go and find happiness. Unhappiness being the case. I'm not telling you who are unhappy to go and get happy. You must first understand this unhappiness. You already want to do something about it. You already want to go and seek happiness. Instead of that, I ask you to consider this unhappiness. Consider this moment, this process, this activity, this self. If you will listen to me to the point of hearing, understanding that consideration, you will also begin to see me. You'll begin to become awakened to the spiritual divine. You'll begin to become converted to happiness rather than the search for it. All beings are always already happy. You always know, at this very moment, you know exactly what it would be to look and feel and be and act completely happy. It is perfectly obvious to you in this moment. Your attention is wandering from that happiness. It's wandering into the self-contraction. It's wandering into the not self. The objects of this self-contraction, the dilemma, the problem, the troubles, the fear, sorrow, anger, mortal pursuits, obsessions, desires, consolations of mind, emotion, body. Your attention is in all of that. That's why you're unhappy. Happiness is not to be attained by all of that. It is not to be attained by cutting yourself off from all of that, merely by cutting yourself off from all of that. Happiness is presently the case. In this moment, you are already happy. Located. Feel where it is that you are now happy. Come into my company and hear me argue this teaching, which is basically a criticism of unhappiness. A call for you to observe the mechanism of your unhappiness, so that you will not then go and try to become happy, but will rather, having understood unhappiness, become capable of locating happiness. The practice of the way depends upon this hearing and seeing. You cannot practice remembrance or enquiry, conductivity, service, the discipline of money, food, and sex, or any other aspect of this way without hearing, without listening, observing to the point of understanding the mechanism of unhappiness or self-contraction, and without seeing or being turned about, converted in your attention to happiness rather than unhappiness. You tend to propose spiritual life on the basis of your unhappiness. You have some problem, and you want to be relieved of it. You want spiritual life to be the proposition of a method whereby you will be relieved of the problem of your life. Such a process might be proposed, is traditionally proposed. In fact, methods for release from happiness are proposed by every condition, every moment, every circumstance, every being, every moment of existence represents a proposition to you of a way to become happy. It's not just religion or esoteric spirituality that's in the business of giving people methods for becoming happy. Everybody is in this business. Everything is in this business. Everyone is in this business. None of that has anything whatsoever to do with truth, God realization. The fulfillment of all of those efforts is not truth or God realization. The fulfillment of desire in any form is not itself God realization. All of the processes of our existence are developments of our unhappiness until we are enlightened.